How can our Pubwatch encourage active membership of the scheme?
Our scheme has been running for a long time, but attendance at meetings is quite low. At the beginning we had high attendance, but it's now dropped off and I'm worried that the scheme might fold. Have you any advice to give me?
Well, it's not unusual for people's enthusiasm to attend meetings to drop off, particularly if the scheme appears to have achieved its goals. Are you still experiencing crime and antisocial behaviour problems?
Well, it's not as bad as it was, and most of the persistent troublemakers have been banned, but we still hear about incidents occurring, and if members don't attend, we won't hear the full details.
That's a valid point, and perhaps you need to remind people that if members do not attend meetings, they won't hear about recent incidents or have a say in what decisions are taken in their name. There will be times when operational issues mean that a member can't attend, but I'm sure most venues can spare a member of staff who can represent the business as long as they have the authority to speak and vote on their behalf. How often do you meet?
Every 3 months.
That might be one of the problems. If you don't meet frequently, then it drops from being a priority and people put the issue to the back of their mind. If you meet on a regular basis, say once a month on the same day and time, then members can plan their diaries accordingly. It also allows stakeholders, such as the police, to know with some certainty when they can attend to give you an update.
But what if our members don't want to exclude anyone that month?
That's possible, but just because you're not banning individuals, you do still have the opportunity to share information and understand what security issues are happening in the town. You also have the opportunity to use your meetings as a way of informing members about current legislation coming down the road or current operational priorities. For example, your police or council licensing officers might see your meetings as an ideal forum to provide briefings, and from that you can decide if your venue needs to take some coordinated actions as a scheme.
What type of thing do you have in mind?
Well, if there are specific issues that worry your members, then it's perfectly understandable for you to take some action as a Pubwatch to address the situation. And it gives some real purpose for people to attend the meetings. Let's say there have been a number of violent incidents in members' venues that have injured or affected staff and customers. How are you going to respond to that as a team?
Well, obviously we might ban the perpetrators.
Yes, but what else? What about looking at the issues underlying the incidents? Do your members need additional training in first aid, crime scene prevention or conflict management? If they do, then National Pubwatch can provide some free training tools to use Pubwatch meetings, and from there you might decide to ask a local training provider to do a session at one of your meetings.
I can see how we might do that. I've got a friend who can give some free first aid training to the scheme.
And from there you might look at what other things would benefit your members and customers. Pubs and bars have always been very good at supporting the local community, and many Pubwatch schemes have used their business skills to drive forward new initiatives. So if first aid is a priority, then depending on the severity of the issue, you might decide to do some fundraising to pay for defibrillators or specialist bleed kits, so you can put them in key locations within the town.
I can see how that might generate a response from our members.
And it doesn't stop there. You can also be proactive on a range of subjects. For example, you might want to do something to improve safety for our vulnerable people. Again, National Pubwatch can provide your staff with some free training tools, and from that you might want to run a scheme such as Ask for Angela, so the whole town promotes customer safety with the same message. I'm just giving you examples of things you might do. I'm sure if you think about it, your members will come up with some other great ideas.
Well, that's given me food for thought. Thanks for your time.
No problem. If you need help in starting the process, have a look at some of the materials on the National Pubwatch Good Practice Pub, or their YouTube films, which might give you some ideas.
Visit us at nationalpubwatch.org.uk to find the Good Practice Guide and other useful resources, or visit our YouTube page where you can find even more handy videos to help you run your pub, club or bar.